What's up, guys? Welcome back to Born Again Naturals. And so in today's video we're going to be doing a pamper chat. I'm so excited, you guys. And so a pamper chat, because I can hear you guys in the comment section, is when you just get something to pamper yourself, whether a mask, a scrub, maybe a serum or some nail polish, and you just sit down, pamper yourself while you just chit chat. And so that's what we're going to be doing. If you're interested, stay tuned. And before we get into anything, don't forget to give our videos a like. Let's get these videos out there to more and more persons so they can learn about us and join the family. Don't forget to comment. Let us know your favorite pampering product and also anything that we can improve if you see it. And last but not least, don't forget to subscribe. Click that button as well as the bell notification so that you can be notified every time we post a video. Let's get right into it. Alright, so the product that I'm going to be using for today's pampering will be right from the Born Again Naturals skincare line, and it is the organic turmeric, bentonite clay, and charcoal mask. A few of you may have seen this before because we have a few faithfuls who just love this because it works so well to get rid of acne, blackheads, any kind of impurities and dirt in your skin. It holds it all the way out, leaving you with nice, smooth, glowing skin. And the turmeric obviously is good for brightening those dark marks left over from the acne. So it's just a great product. So I'm excited. Let's get into this. All right, let's talk. So here's what I've been noticing in recent times. And if I'm looking to the side, I'm just looking over to my little viewfinder thing. I've just been noticing that a lot of us out here, my sisters and my brothers, we've just been stressing too much. You know, with everything that's going on with the whole racism issues and injustices and COVID-19 and everything, I just see people getting super riled up and very irate and just, you know, rightfully so in many of the instances. But at the same time, I'm also curious as to when are we going to be happy again. And that's kind of like surrounding where I want to go with this video today, is the whole getting so worked up about things and not finding joy and peace because of changes and things that disrupt your norm. And the thing about it is we have to stop stressing, because at the end of the day, change is literally a part of life. We get older, we get wrinkles. You know, that's why we have a skincare channel in the first place. We're trying to, you know, delay that as much as possible. But at the end of the day, if you get to be like in your 70s, 80s, you're definitely going to notice wrinkles. And so change is a part of life. People get married, people get divorced, people have kids, people die. You know, life is about change, and sometimes some of these changes come unexpectedly, and that's why a lot of people are taken aback and stressed about it. But at the same time, my question is yet again, where do we draw the line? When are we going to start being able to lift our heads and be able to be happy again and joyful again, no matter what we face, no matter what we encounter? Does it necessarily mean that just because there's a change that we have to stay depressed and miserable all the time and not want to live anymore? Or is there a possibility to push past it, to find things to do in the meantime, to continue on doing life, because life truly never stops, right? And so my whole thing is, because things are constantly changing, because things never really stay the same, your relationships evolve, your family evolves, everything is evolving, nothing is truly constant. So because this is all happening, then shouldn't there be something in us that should be able to look at something like this, acknowledge that it's not the most favorable circumstance, but still be able to move forward and carry on about our business and about life? Now, I totally understand that some persons are now unemployed, some persons, you know, lost their jobs and lost their marriages and all kind of things people lose in, right, in this time and in this season. And while I totally get that, I'm also sensitive to the fact that, is life really going to end for you? Are you just going to allow yourself to just continuously to fall in the pit, or are you going to look to the one that can help us? Because the reality is also, we can't do this by ourselves. Like, we need God hands down in order to get through these times and in these moments, because they are truly beyond us. Like, we have no capacity, nothing in us in and of ourselves is able to deal with these situations. They are simply beyond our ability, you know. And we need the being that's higher than all of us in order to get through these difficult times. And so, I mean, this is why we have to learn certain things. We have to be able to learn how to adjust, how to continue to carry on with life. And so that's why my challenge to you, my challenge to us is, what can we be learning? What can we be doing? What abilities could we be training ourselves in and getting better at while we are in this downtime until things get better? Because things will get better. I want you to believe that. Like, you can't be so sad and so depressed till you believe that all hope is lost and that we're going to be here forever and ever and that we'll never be able to live in a decent way ever again. That's false. That's simply of the devil trying to get you to stay in a place of depression and hopelessness. But the reality is, things are going to get better. And we just have to be able to hold on until it does. And so, yes, it might mean you can't afford your Brazilian straight and your yaki and your nails and them shoes, them Jordans you always wanted. And yes, it might mean a lifestyle change for some of us. Maybe some of us might have to start shopping on the clearance rack at stores instead of going for the actual dress we wanted. But it doesn't mean we have to stop living. It doesn't mean that we have to stop having fun. It doesn't mean that we can't find new opportunities. I mean, the reality is, if you can go out and find new work, you don't have to rely on just getting that one job back. I mean, yes, you may have liked it there, but who's to say this isn't a season of transition for you? And that's why you have to be so in tune with what God is saying instead of being in tune with the media and what people are saying. You need to be in tune with what God is saying, because don't think that this time is in vain and that this just happened because it happened. Like, no. God is using this time for such amazing things, and I'm just excited for what is to come, because we as Christians, we know, those of us who have been in our prayer closets, those of us who have been hearing from the voice of God, truthfully, we know that God is up to something big, and I am already starting to see the manifestations of it. The reality is also that, God has to do certain things in us before this next great step and this next great move of God. And honestly, this is why I encourage people to get into relationship with God. If you don't know God, if you're not saved, listen, I can't tell you how stressful it is already not knowing the future, already not knowing what is coming, and to not even have someone who's bigger than you, who's stronger than you, whose love can surpass yours, whose peace can cover you, whose everything can sustain you as a person. I can't just imagine how scary that is, because you have no protection. You have no one there to cover you. You're just like an exposed person, who is going to be affected by all of the elements out there. But when you have a relationship with God, when you give your life to God, He gives you everything you need to get to this life, so that you don't have to turn to harmful substances or to harmful people in order to receive peace and joy and happiness. So you don't have to sell yourself short in order to get validated. Like, He validates you. You don't have to feel inadequate. You don't have to feel worthless. He'll give you worth. He'll give you value, and He'll give you a purpose. He'll give you a reason for being here. So you don't just feel like you're just kind of floating through life, but you actually have a reason for being here that you need to carry out. And all of us do, but many of us don't accomplish it because we never truly get in that relationship with God. And so my encouragement to you guys is to just, number one, just relax, just think, just calm down, take a walk, sit by a tree, have a picnic outside. Just do something that's different from your norm, that's different from your norm of stressing and worrying and flustering yourself. Just find a way to just get into a secret place, a calm state, and to just speak to God. Allow Him to show you things. Allow Him to reveal things to you. Allow Him to give you the peace that you need to make it through this time. And always remember that times are going to get better. God is with us. And that if you just trust Him as your Lord and Savior, baby, the way He will come through for you, it would be so worth it. And so I'm just so happy that you guys were able to join me today as I pampered myself, No, my mask doesn't look the best, but I wanted to just focus on certain areas. And yeah, definitely if you want this mask, check out bornagainnaturals.com for all of the information and ordering details. So I'm just gonna wash this off in the next 5 minutes or so, but thank you all again so much for watching. I hope you guys just were chill and relaxed doing your own little mask as you watch me put mine on and talk. Listen, I love being with you guys, and definitely take care, be encouraged, know that God is with you. And until next week, guys, take care.